hey, we need to have a serious talk. Yeah, right from the start. Didn't you notice how the internet recently turned into one giant kink? You might think that it's not much of a problem, but I just think you don't realize how much content with special undertones is produced, or what's even scarier, how much of this content we consume daily.
I like that. Don't be teasing me. Come on, let's go.
I wonder if a guy in a security room looking through the cameras felt so excited, because not only did this couple decide to film some questionable content, they decided to do it in public too. And you know who's also gonna be excited to see what these adults are doing? A kid that passes by this performance. Mom, look at the drawing I made. Wow, it's so beautiful, but what is this man has in between his legs? Oh, it's a poop. I saw it one time in a supermarket. A man was showing his poop to a lady. That wouldn't be so scary if it wasn't based on a true story. But not a sausage of a random man, it was a father. I mean, obviously not mine, my friend's father. I mean, it's not my story, it's my friend's experience. I regret filming this.
What?
That hurt.
What are you wearing? You might as well show your whole butt if you're wearing that.
My body, my choice. I can wear what I want.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
You're just mad
Who
because
let you out the
I look
house like
good
that?
and good-looking guys are looking at me. That's why.
Yeah, this couple could teach you a lot about fetish content on TikTok. First rule, show off someone's body and make it seem like there was a reason for it. They were so lazy that they didn't come up with funny or at least believable reason for doing it. Like, he pulled up her shorts so everyone could see her butt because he doesn't want her to wear revealing clothes? Am I getting this right? Then what was the reason for flashing in the previous video? To keep celibacy? I get it, they try to hide making kink content, but maybe they should try better because their comments can't hold it together. Why is our girl so fine? Our girl is so hot. Bruh, our wife is fine. Don't even ask me, I don't want to know why they call her our wife either. At least they're not a cringy school couple, right? Every creator of kinky content should remember that every 7th creator after watching their TikToks began to believe that they need the same amount of adventurism in their lives and traumatize everyone with their crazy laugh. Define the word crazy as you like. But fetish videos are not always as obvious as you might think. Would you think mushrooms could be sexy?
Ew, so gooey. Wow.
Please put your phone back in your right hand. It's mushrooms. Why do I feel so wrong watching this? The creator who films videos with wet mushrooms feels so bad to say it. So, he's just a guy who loves mushrooms. I hope platonically. But was it necessary to make a whole playlist with this exact type of mushrooms and touching them this way?
How do you like to touch your jelly? Slow and gentle, please. Flicking the folds for fun. Firm, the gentle squeeze.
Definitely not platonically. I don't even know how to categorize this type of content. Educational? ASMR? Or, I mean, aesthetic film? This was not the best synonym. Yet, I find people's creativity quite fascinating. For example, what would you say about this milky mushroom? Seems very innocent to me, but the creator doesn't think so. Edging the milkiest of mushrooms. Okay, I guess. Now every time I'll eat mushrooms, I'll think of something sexy. He basically ruins one of my favorite foods. How am I supposed to read comments with a straight face now? My wife used to love mushrooms. My kiss would help me pick up the ones she liked. Please, keep her kids away from this. You and my sister. I always cut up mushrooms for her because she loves mushrooms. Kids and relatives. No mushrooms near kids and relatives. Mushroom milk. Stop. Please, I don't want to talk about mushrooms anymore. Next topic. I think you might know that there are a lot of videos with food. Preparing food, eating, cooking, I don't know, kissing, chewing, anything. And for every type of video with food, there is a fetish version.
If you've ever seen one of these viral food hacks on your For You page, you've probably wondered two things. Who is this for and what the hell is going on? Some people think they're targeted at people who are into squashing, a fetish that involves playing with messy substances like whipped cream, ketchup, pudding, or milk.
Why do you think the next topic would save me from making a video about sexualized content? Here go guys who do nasty things in the middle of cooking. Like this one is touching chicken, and this one is spanking flour? I think we need to change standards of what we call sexy. Like all of my subscribers. If you'd like to feel sexier than ever, just like this video and spank that subscribe button. Anyways, unfortunately food content doesn't end with half-naked guys. We get mukbangs with the necessary giant amount of foods and loud noises. Or preparing food in an interesting manner.
We're gonna start by cutting some chicken down the center. We're gonna try our best and open this up. So I'm gonna season it with some paprika. I'm also going to add some pepper. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of salt. We just wanna rub all this together.
Why are you looking at me? I'm not commenting this amazing recipe. My favorite way to make chicken. And I guarantee you it's not the taste. I don't think I need to explain to you all the associations people try to make in their videos. This chicken would have been embarrassed to find out why its life was ended. And what's funny, this content is not made to make people feel something. No, if there is a person who would find this corn sexy, it's like 1% of the population. They're made to bring our attention, to question ourselves, what the hell did I just watch? Was it what I thought it was? Of course we're not happy to see it, but they appear on our screen screens without our consent. Like, you know those videos where people try to seamlessly show their special places. And at this point, we should all agree that internet is not suitable for kids because they can see all of this crazy stuff out there. But since when have we decided that it's appropriate for adults to see? Like, I don't want it either. But unfortunately, I have to stare at this. This is an authentic 5-minute crafts video. And you know what they call this style of cooking? The girl chose a very strange way to cook pizza. Are you sure she chose to sit on a dough with her butt and then roll it with her back while someone films her? Nah, it never has been produced this way. It's an actual way to have fun. Don't tell me you don't smash tomatoes with your feet to make a tomato sauce every Friday. And what's cool with this recipe, you mustn't worry about your fungal infection. Just call it pizza fungi. Even though the whole video screams fetish, the ending of it basically looks like a start of a specific film. And to be honest, I feel like 5-minute crafts don't even try to hide it anymore. It's straight content for adults. Like, why the hell would you want to do any of these life hacks? I miss those times when I saw someone's feet and that literally meant nothing to me. Now it's like a new phobia. Stop putting your dogs in my face. I don't think even I have as much creativity as people creating scenarios for 5-minute kinks videos. It's almost unbelievable how many times they manage to put feet in their videos without repeating their own ideas. I don't want to sound jealous, but nah, forget about it. I'd rather say it this way. But for some reason, big accounts with studio videos don't scare me as much as some creators who maintain the same level of craziness on their own. I'm not making it up right now, like, completely serious, videos of this creator creep me out. Something extremely disturbing happens in the videos for me. I almost feel like I've accidentally opened some deep web videos, but it's just an account on TikTok. I've already said this thought in my video, but again, the minimum age to have a TikTok account is 13 years old. And you can have different thoughts about it, but if I was a kid and saw this video, I'd probably have nightmares. No, don't worry. Her daughter is not using TikTok. Her mom does it for her. There is nothing worse than people with questionable, or I would say adult content showing their kids. Why are they doing that? I hate seeing kids near anything alike to the content she makes. And what's even worse, did you notice how the girl ran away in fear? It's not normal behavior. Can you imagine that this little girl sees something like this every day? Once again, keep in mind she lives in a house with kids. I'm sorry if I make you feel discomfort with all the videos I'm showing you right now, but I need you to understand how big this problem is. A lot of people in her comments say that it's a millennial core, but leave them and ankle socks alone. It's a fetish content, or just a completely crazy trashy content. And if you like me, never watch TikTok live, believe me, there is a reason for it. There is that specific genre of live streams where people sit under a giant balloon of water and stream until it pops. Like, I can't believe I'm sane when I say it. I don't really get the idea of the balloon streams. It seems like almost anything could be fetish content if you're brave enough. And I'm totally not. The way I was escaping this part of the internet scares me, because did you know there are streams of people sleeping in the woods? You can't tell me that it is not a fetish content. Like, you can't prove me wrong. I can understand mushrooms, food, anything, but live streams is literally deep web. I don't know what angels or gods were saving me from getting on TikTok live, but I'm thankful for them. I feel sorry for breaking the deal, because now I feel like the dirtiest person on earth. And we haven't talked about furries yet. You won't believe me, but the first videos and like the main part of the videos that pop up after searching on TikTok something like KinkTok cringe are furries. And this guy. But he's not that furry, and I think he got lost on TikTok and wanted to do a normal standard stream. At least he got a cute caption. I'm a fat cringy pig. Oink, oink, oink. Pig, animal speaks outfit costume. I can almost physically feel how all of my mental problems are progressing throughout this video. Anyways, furries or therians, they post some questionable stuff too. Don't remember wolves taking off their fur to flex some muscles? You have to understand me. I don't want to be hated by a whole community, and also I don't want to spread hate on the community. But a certain part of furry content is sexualized. Don't tell me this video was innocent, and if you try to prove me wrong, I have a secret weapon. The comments. God damn, did it get hot in here? Cough. You could leave me? Wink, wonk, wink. Yeah, buddy. Bro is literally the alpha. Oh my god, the veins are popping out. But for no misunderstanding, I don't spread hate on furries. And I know that a lot of them don't carry any special sexual ideas. Just some part of this community is different. So if someone will say, no, it's you who have a dirty mind and you spread hate on this community, those comments were not mine. Or for example, this furry guy likes to wear little to no clothes in a very specific way.
Cause I'm sexy and chubby, man.
The guy literally wears a wolf hat and a beep. How am I supposed to think about it as a normal everyday look? But believe me, wearing a full fursuit is not a good thing at all too.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
Can we discuss the sound first? Sorry, mommy? The whole costume story is truly associated with entertainment for kids, but not the furry giant breasts. I can't believe those people will say how innocent their interests are while sewing furry breasts to their costumes. And what I find especially interesting in the furry community is how hard they deny their content being weird. For example, in this animal costume, they chose to add a very defined feminine body shape with tattoo and spiked collar. Are we going to ignore that this is literally fetish content? How is this fetish content? All I'm doing is dancing. If that's a fetish to you, weird. Breaking news, a lot of content where people just dance can be fetish. Some people do it seamlessly showing off parts of their bodies, some people do it in costumes. I don't want to say that they did it on purpose, but it just looks like it. Especially with spiked collar and so on. You're literally wearing a fursuit with breast implants and succubus mark on its pelvis. On an animal, breasts are not inherently sexual. If you see breasts and automatically think fetish, you have a problem. I agree that it's very bad when you see breasts and automatically sexualize them. It's a problem and I agree on that. But on the other hand, isn't adding them to an animal who doesn't have this body structure weird? Especially after seeing the previous posts where furries do not hide calling each other and themselves sexy or appealing in a suit. They do it with their own hands. I don't mind people who like animals, just like them. Also, I don't mind kids who pretend to be an animal. They're truly innocent jumping like wolves. But what I mind is adult people filming this.
How would you like to ride home on a real cowboy? I got a 6-pack of cold ones all night, so my room is out all night, so you can scream my name as loud as you need to, sugar.
Oh yeah, I will scream. I'd like to scream, please don't show up on my FYP. I was researching first for my content on YouTube channel. I don't want to see any sexy animals and explain to people why I have a bunch of furs saved on my TikTok account. So I hope my recommendations are not destroyed, but at least it doesn't transfer to real life, right? When you see people from your past while demoing pee pants. I'm not delighted with the fact that men randomly pee on the street to make pants for women to pee on the street too. I mean, yay, equal abilities, but that's not exactly what I imagined those words would mean. And to be honest, I believe this content is not kinky. Just the fact that someone shows how to pee on the street and basically this account has a lot of videos where women unzip their pants to pee is strange and reminds me of 5-minute crafts. But it's not the only shocking thing you can see in real life. I'm done with TikTok. For the background, as a person who watched all 5 seasons of Miraculous series, I can say that the characters they are cosplaying are 13 to 14 years old. So now you'll have to live with the thought that they are not only cringy, but also cosplay very young characters. I always like to finish up my videos with a good thought, but I think I'm too shocked to even fit in my head the existence of this content. The amount of fetish videos outside the websites where they belong is pretty scary. We all have to stay alert now, because you never know what exactly you're watching. And what's even worse, who's watching you. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm a small creator and it is really important for me. Bye!